Yes, dear students. So for in module 1, many methods to analyze a given circuit or a network. Right from the beginning, we have discussed circuit or network analysis by using the simple fundamentals such as Ohm's law, voltage division rule, current division rule, and little bit of KVL and KCL. Later we analyzed the circuit or a network using a source transformation, and afterwards star to delta transformation, and later we discussed say mesh analysis to analyze a given circuit. And even in a last video I have discussed super mesh analysis, which is a special case of a mesh analysis. In today's video I am going to discuss node analysis. Dear students, in the fundamental while discussing the fundamentals of network analysis or network theory, so we have defined a node. Node is simply a connection between two or more elements. When two or more elements are connected together, that connection we call it as a node. And in this particular case, a node analysis, we are going to consider a node voltages, and by using those node voltages, we'll try to find the unknown node voltage. We'll assign some arbitrary node voltage to every node, and later we'll find the value of those unknown node voltages. And once we find all the node voltages, we can find any voltage or currents in the network or a circuit. And to do this means to go with node analysis, so what is important here is we should identify number of nodes properly. In case of mesh analysis, the way say we identified the number of meshes, here we need to identify the number of nodes. And in case of mesh analysis, how many meshes were there? We required those many mesh equations to analyze the circuit. Whereas in case of node analysis, the number of node equations required is equal to number of nodes minus 1. Okay, so let us say take one example of a simple example of a network or a circuit to discuss the node analysis. Consider that say this is the circuit given with 3 resistors and 2 current sources. Okay, so this is current source I2, this is current source I1, right? So and let me consider this as resistance R1, this is R2, this is R3. Some values, I1 will be known, I2 will be known, R1, R2 and R3 will be known. So analysis means we should find other like say branch currents and branch voltages. That's the analysis. Here dear students, if you see, say if I apply mesh analysis to this, there are 3 meshes, and even this network can be reduced by using source transformation. But say I am going to use node analysis method to solve this network. So how many nodes are there? See, connection between 2 or more elements means here say you can consider this as a node, but not, because this is not a branch, this is just a short circuit. So because of that, there is one node here which I term it as a N1, there is second node here which I term it as a N2, and there is one more node dear students. Say all these points are connected to a single point, all these elements are connected to a single point, whether you consider this, all are common. Okay, so I consider this as a one node, and say one node we are supposed to take it as a reference node or a common node. Okay, so this node I consider it as a reference, say N3 I consider it as a reference node or common node. Okay, so totally there are 3 nodes, out of which we should select a one reference node. Say here I am telling a reference node. What is a reference node? Say reference node is like any other node, but dear students, normally we select a reference node such that to that node, say more number of elements should be connected. If we select such a node where more number of elements are connected to that node, then analyzing a network using a node analysis will be very easier. Okay, so I can consider this as a reference node, no problem, but say it will be difficult to analyze such network. Okay, because this node, if you consider say 1, 2, 3, 4 elements are connected, I say reference node, or you can also call it as a common node. Normally this reference node or common node will be taken as a ground node. Ground node will be taken as a reference node or a common node. Okay, say this, if you see, for example, if I redraw this network, there is R2 here, there is R1, okay, say here there is R3 here. Now dear students, this is N1, this is N2, and look at this, R2 and R3 both are connected together, right? And even see, I2 is connected. I can consider like this, I2 is also connected here, this is I2, and even I1 is also connected here, say this is I1. Means above network can be redrawn like this. This is I1 and this one is I2. So if you see right now, so you can find only 3 nodes, N1, N2 and N3. Okay, so no need to draw a network like this. For your convenience, I am drawing like this. Okay, so you can go ahead with this network itself. Say here, say I consider some arbitrary voltages, like say voltage at N1 I consider it as V1, voltage at N2 I consider it as V2, and say normally the voltage at common point will be taken as a 0, a reference voltage which will be a 0, because say we are going to measure a node voltage with reference to a common node or a reference node. Means the meaning of a V1 is it's the voltage between N3 and N1. N1 and N3 is V1, N2 and N3 is V2. The voltage between N2 and N3 is V2, node voltages. Because of that, this voltage will be taken as a say 0 voltage, means the voltage at common node or a reference node will be taken as a 0, right? So in such case, when we consider, see, number of node equations here will be equal to, say, means how many equations we require to analyze given network. Say number of say equations required to analyze a given network is equal to number of nodes minus 1. Okay, so if n number of nodes are there, we require n minus 1 node equations to analyze. Node equations to analyze a given circuit or a network. Now dear students, in case of mesh analysis, we obtained mesh equations by applying KVL. Whereas in case of node analysis, we are going to analyze a network by using a mesh analysis, by using a KCL. Okay, node equations here can be obtained by using KCL. There we obtained mesh equations by using KVL. Here we are going to obtain a node equations by using KCL. Okay, say we'll apply, say for example, we'll consider some branch current. Here already I1 is there. Say for example, here I'll consider some I2, here some I3, here say for example some I4. Here already, okay, say here I2 is there. Say for example, this I consider it as a I3, I4, and let me consider this as a I5. Okay, say later we'll apply a KCL to a node N1 and later KCL to a node N2, and so we'll solve two node equations to obtain say node voltages V1 and V2. So once we obtain node voltage V1 and V2, so in this network, say for example, we can calculate any other, even branch currents can be calculated, or say resistance across, voltage across any resistor can be calculated very easily. Hope this is clear to all of you. So what I do, I am going to consider a simple problem. Say with the same network, we'll solve that. So if you have any doubts, you can ask me. So let us start the first problem. Problem on node analysis. Okay. So this is the given problem is this. Find voltages across every resistor of the circuit shown in figure 1.1 using a node analysis. Okay, so using node analysis we are supposed to find out voltage across every resistor. How many resistors are there? Here there are 3 resistors. Okay, so I have considered say one current direction, say upward, whose value is 3.1 ampere, and another current direction downward whose value is minus 1.4 ampere. The meaning is this current direction is also upward, but sometimes it will be given like this. Okay, so let us go for the solution of this. Yes, consider 2 nodes N1 and N2 with a reference node N3 as shown in circuit of figure 1.2. So let me draw that figure. So same circuit I will draw, but with nodes and node voltages. This is the given circuit, right? Say here, so 2 ohm, this is 1 ohm, and this is 5 ohm. Say this current is minus 1.4 ampere, and this current is 3.1 ampere, right? Say here what I do, say I am going to consider this node. Say here there is one node which as N1, and here there is a node as N2, and say this, as I told say previously, say all these will be considered as a common node. Okay, say I'll consider here somewhere, say here which is N3, it's a common node. Okay, even you can consider this as a ground potential because it's a common, right? So this is now N3. So this is, and say some arbitrary currents I'll consider here, say for example I1, and this current I'll consider in this direction, any arbitrary current direction, I3, say for example here I4, and this current say here I'll consider I5, right? So and this is a figure 1.2, right? So figure 1.2. Now dear students, we have assumed some branch currents and node voltages, right? So let us use KCL. Now applying KCL. Say we are going to apply KCL at a node N1. If we apply KCL at node N1, what we get? So if you see dear students, this is a node N1. To this node I1 is incoming, I2 and I3 both are outgoing. So for that purpose I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. Simple KCL has been applied to a node 1. So that is node N1. Now I1 is directly given dear students, this is 3.1. I'll write here 3.1 minus I2, I don't know the say current I2, but say what say we are going to assume, so we'll assume that the voltage at N1 is V1, some arbitrary voltage, and voltage at N2 is V2, and voltage at N3 is 0, that is common potential or zero potential. Okay, so now here say knowing a unknown voltage V1 means considering some unknown voltage V1, say here 0 because N3 is at 0 potential. So I can find the current. Current is flowing from, as current always flows from high potential to low potential. Potential difference divided by resistance is current. Potential difference means, say for example here V1 minus, actually if I consider this as V3, V3 will be 0. I can consider it as say for example minus 0. Otherwise directly say V1 by 2. V1 minus say V3 is 0 divided by 2, and minus I3 is what? If you see this current, say V1, so current I3 is flowing from N1 to N2. Obviously V1 is at higher potential, means N1 is at higher potential and N2 is at lower potential. For that purpose, it is I3 is V1 minus V2 divided by current resistance is 5, because current is equal to voltage divided by resistance. Here this current is the voltage, the difference in the voltage, two node voltages divided by the resistance. So is equal to 0, right? So now what I do, so I'll continue further. So I'll simplify this. Here say this is 3.1 minus V1 by 2 is 0.5 V1, right? And this is minus, say 1 by 5 is 0.2 V1, minus into minus is plus, 0.2 V2 is equal to 0, right? So now say if I proceed further, say here, say if you see this is 0.7 V1, okay, say minus 0.2 V2 is equal to 3.1. I am taking these two other side, okay. Say this I call it as a equation 1. 0.7 V1 minus 0.2 V2 is 3.1. Now dear students, what I do, I am going to apply, now applying KCL to node N2. So what we get, so if you see this is a node N2, right? Say if I apply KCL to this node, here I3 is incoming, I5 is incoming, whereas I4 is outgoing. I3 minus this is I4 plus I5 is equal to 0, right? So now I3 is how much? See, I3 is, it is V1 minus V2, V1 minus V2 divided by 3, minus I4 is directly I'll write, it is V2 minus 0, nothing but V2 by 1, okay. And I5 is directly, because I5 I have taken opposite of this current source, because it is negative, I5 will be positive, plus of 1.4 is equal to 0, that is 5 ohm, right? Okay, so this is, say I3 here is, it is V1 minus V2 divided by the resistance is 5 ohm, right? So now what I do, so I am going to write this like, say say 1 by 5 is 0.2 V1 minus 0.2 V2 minus V2 plus 1.4 equals 0, right? So now here, say this is 0.2 V1 minus 1.2 V2 is equal to minus 1.4. I call this as equation number 2, right? So now we have two equations, one is this and another one is this. I'll try to solve for V1 so that V2 will be get cancelled. So I'll do like this, okay. So equation 1 will be multiplied with 6, and to that I'm going to subtract, from that I'm going to subtract equation 2. So equation 1 is, say 0.7 V1, so that will be multiplied by 6, so as to get common V2. So this is 0.7 into 6 is, it is 4.2, okay. So this is 4.2 V1 minus, so this is 0.2 V2 into 6 is 1.2 V2 is equal to, say 3.1 into 6 will be, say it is 18.6, and say equation 2 will be, it is directly 0.2 V1, right, and minus 1.2 V2 is equal to minus 1.4, right. Now to cancel out V2, so I am going to subtract it. That is nothing but minus here, plus here, and here this plus here. This will get cancelled, and this is 4.0 V1 is equal to, if you add up, you will get is 20.0. Nothing but V1 is equal to, so how much you get? It is 5 volts. You obtained a one node voltage, that is V1. Okay, say using equation 1, say for example I can obtain V2 also. Okay, say 1 implies minus a 0.2 V2 is equal to 3.1 minus of a 0.7 V1. Okay, say which is equal to 3.1 minus of 0.7 into 5. Say here, say if I calculate, dear students, this is 0.7 into 5. Okay, say 3.1 minus of answer is this much divided by 0.2 is equal to 2 volts, means V2 is equal to, say this will be minus, minus into minus will be, this is plus 2 volts. V1 is 5 volts and V2 is 2 volts, right? Say we obtained, and say dear students, if you see our circuit, this is the circuit that we have considered. We found V1, we found V2. So what we are supposed to find? We are supposed to find the voltage across every resistor. Okay, say here if you see the voltage across 2 ohm resistor, say here, say we know V1 is equal to 5 volts as of now, V2 is equal to, say this is 2 volts. Okay, say now if at all I want to find a voltage across 2 ohm resistor, say here I will write voltage across 2 ohm resistor. So that I call it as a V2 ohm. Okay, so V2 ohm is equal to, if you see dear students, voltage across 2 ohm resistor is V1 directly. Okay, so V2 ohm is equal to V1. So that's nothing but V2 ohm is equal to, say 5 volts. Now second is, I want to find voltage across, say for example 1 ohm resistor, 1 ohm resistor, that I call it as a V1 ohm, and this is directly, so if you see dear students, say voltage across 1 ohm resistor is V2. Okay, so I'll write this as V2, that's nothing but V1 ohm is equal to 2 volts. Now finally we should find voltage across 5 ohm resistor, and if you see voltage across 5 ohm resistor, so let me call it as a V5 ohm. Say look at dear students here, see voltage across 5 ohm resistor is, because I am considering a current direction, look at the current direction I3, N1 must be at higher potential and N2 must be at lower potential as per the current direction that we have assumed. That nothing but the voltage across 5 ohm is V1 minus V2. Okay, say this V5 ohm is nothing but V1 minus V2. Say this is equal to, say V1 is 5 volts minus 2 volts. So V5 ohm is equal to 3 volts. Hope this is clear to all of you. So very simple dear students. In case of node analysis, what we are supposed to do? We are supposed to identify the number of nodes properly. Later, consider one node as a common node or a reference node. Which node should be considered as a common node or reference node? The node to which number of elements, more number of elements are connected. That node will be considered as a common or a reference node. Okay. So later, say you consider some arbitrary voltages at a particular node. Okay, like say for example node N1 voltage V1, node N2 voltage V2. Form node equations using KCL. Solve those node equations. Okay, say later find node voltages, and once you find node voltages, you can find any branch currents or branch voltage. Hope this is clear to all of you. So with this, I'll solve one more numerical. This is a second numerical which I am going to solve on node analysis. For the circuit shown in figure 2.1, determine voltages across 3 ohm and 12 ohm resistors, and also find the power dissipated by 6 ohm resistor using the node analysis. So this is a figure 2.1, dear students. We are supposed to find the voltage across 3 ohm and 12 ohm resistor, and also we need to find a power dissipated by this 6 ohm resistor. If you see, dear students, so there are actually 3 meshes. Even the same circuit you can solve by using mesh analysis. Okay, but here say we should solve it using node analysis. Whenever a problem will be given in a question paper, and when a method is mentioned, you are supposed to follow that method only. Even though if you get a same results, but if you follow a different method, you don't get any marks for that particular question. Okay, if the method is not mentioned, then choice is yours, dear students. Say for example, say for the circuit shown in figure 2.1, determine voltages across 2 ohm 12 ohm resistor and also find the power dissipated by 6 ohm resistor. If only that was the question, nothing has been mentioned like using node analysis, then choice is yours. You can solve it either using source transformation or using mesh analysis, any other method. So there is nothing like so you should use a particular method. But very important thing is when say the method is mentioned, you are supposed to use that method to solve the problem. Right? So let us solve this solution. So what I do, dear students, I am going to consider, so I am going to identify number of nodes here. How many nodes are there? See, is it a node 1? No, it's not a node. So I can consider this as a node. Actually this is a node because it's a connection of 2 elements. But if I consider unnecessarily this node, so look at, dear students, I am going to consider this as a reference or common node. Let me consider this first. If I consider here, already I know this node voltage. From here to here already I know node voltage. Because if I consider node N1 will be 240 volts. Directly I'll be knowing this. Okay, so for that purpose what I do, to reduce the number of nodes, I'll consider N1 here, say N2 here, and let me consider N3 here. 3 nodes. And this is a common node which is N4. Okay, it's a common, right? And one of the important thing, dear students, here, say the voltage at N1 I consider V1, voltage at N2 V2, and voltage at N3 is V3. And dear students, if you see this, even before that, say I will consider some current here, say I1, say here already some current is there, that is I2, and this is a current I3, and let me consider a current, some arbitrary current direction, I4, and this I5, and here say let me consider some current I6. Right? So if I now say considering current directions here, so I am not going to redraw, because of that I have shown here itself. Considering node voltages and branch currents as shown in figure 2.1. Right? Say what we do, say let us from this figure what we can write directly, we can write V3 is equal to, look at this, V3 is, it is voltage between N3 and N4, which is directly 60 volts. V3 is 60 volts. Right? Say how many equations will be there? Say because there are 4 nodes, we require 3 node equations. Out of that, one we directly found. Means I need to construct 2 more node equations. Now say here what I do, applying KCL to node N1, we get, yes dear students, what we get if we apply KCL, say here the current I1 is flowing in this direction, means incoming to a node N1, I1 minus I2 minus I3 is equal to 0. What is I1? Look at dear students, it is very important. So how do I write I1? See, I1 is, what's the voltage here? The voltage here is 240 and the voltage here is V1. Because current always flows from high potential to low potential, say it is 240 minus V1 divided by the resistance is 3 minus I2 is directly given, it is 10, right? And say I3 is minus, it is V1 minus V2 divided by the resistance is 6 is equal to 0. So if I take LCM, say it is 480 minus 2V1 minus 60 minus V1 plus V2 is equal to 0, right? So if I continue further this, if you see here, say dear students, it is 480 minus 3V1 plus V2 minus 60 is equal to 0, or 3V1 minus V2, say 3V1 minus V2 is equal to, say it is 480 minus 60 is 420. If I take this, say 420, this is equal to 420 because 3V1 and V2 has been taken other side. Okay, I call this as a equation number 2. So now dear students, we have 2 equations and 2 unknowns. Okay, say one unknown is this, the unknown here is, so this is, sorry, this is first, this is equation number 1. Okay, we have just obtained a first equation. Say the second equation we can obtain by applying, now applying KCL to node N2. So now we apply KCL to node N2. So earlier we applied KCL to node N1. So now we'll apply KCL to node N2. If you see dear students, this is node N2. Here I3 is incoming, minus I4 is outgoing, minus I5 is outgoing is equal to 0. I3 incoming current is V1 minus V2 divided by 6, minus I4 is, it is directly V2 by 30, minus I5 is V2 minus V3, V3 is nothing but 60. Okay, so that we found here. Say V2 minus 60 divided by the resistance is 12 is equal to 0. Now dear students, say here if I take a LCM as 30, so this is like 5V1 minus 5V2 minus V2 minus 30 LCM means it will be 2.5V2 minus, say it is 60 into 2.5, 2.5 into 60 will be 150, say minus into minus will be plus, 150 is equal to 0. Now here 5V1 minus 8.5 V2, so this is 5, 6 and this is 2.5, so 8.5 is equal to minus 150, call this as equation number 2. Now say what I can do, so I'll solve for V2 and I'll cancel V1 from equation 1 and 2. So what I do, I'm going to write like this, equation 1 will be multiplied by 5 minus equation 2 will be multiplied by 3. This implies equation 1 is multiplied by 5 means 15V1 minus 5V2 is equal to, say this is 2100, 420 into 5. Okay, and equation 2 is multiplied by 3 means it is 15V1 minus 8.5 into 3 will be, it is 25.5 V2, say is equal to, say it is 150, say it is into 3 will be, say it is minus 450. Now dear students, I should subtract. This is minus, this is plus, this is plus. This will get cancelled now. Okay. So and this one is, so because we are it will be subtracted. It is 20.5 V2 will be equal to, say it is plus of 2100 will be, say it is 2550. Whereas V2 will be equal to, say if you see dear students, V2 will be, say 2550 divided by 20.5 will be equal to, it is 124. It is 124.39 volts is V2. Okay. So now dear students, what we can find? We can easily find V1 by equation 1. Equation 1 implies 3V1 is equal to 420 plus V2. So using equation 1, this is equation 1. 3V1 is equal to 420 plus of V2. Okay. So now, say here 3V1 is equal to, say 420 plus V2. Say already V2 is here, plus of 420 and divided by 3. So how much we get? 181. So this is 181.46 volts. Or V1 is equal to. Okay. So this is V1 is this much directly. Okay. And this is V2. But dear students, what is our intention? We found node voltages V1, V2 and V3 is already known to us. So I'll write here. Now our intention is to determine voltages across 3 ohm and 12 ohm resistor. If you see dear students, voltage across 3 ohm resistor, here I'll write. Okay. So if you see this voltage, so it's a voltage. So here voltage across 3 ohm resistor is V3 ohm. Okay. Say this, yes, this is V2 and this is V1. Say dear students, so this is V2. V2 is 124.39 volts. V1 is 181.46 volts. Right. So now voltage across 3 ohm resistor is, so that is V3 ohm. Say which is nothing but, look at dear students, this is a voltage. Okay. Say the voltage at other point is 240. So I write V3 ohm is equal to 240. The voltage here is 240 minus V1. Right. Say which is equal to 240 minus, say V1 is 181.46, which is equal to, say it is 240 minus of, say it is 58.5 say 4. So let me write it as 54 volts. That is V3 ohm. Voltage across 3 ohm resistor. And next what we are supposed to find? Voltage across 12 ohm resistor. Okay. So here I'll write voltage across 12 ohm resistor is V12 ohm. So I consider it as a V12 ohm, and that V12 ohm is equal to, if you see dear students, it is V, because current direction I am considering like this, V2 minus V3. Okay. So it is V2 minus V3. So which is equal to, V2 is how much? It is 124.39 minus V3 is 60. Okay. So which is equal to, it is, say 64.39 volts. So that is V12 ohm. Right. So and lastly, say we are supposed to find a power dissipated by 6 ohm resistor. Nothing but we should find P6 ohm, which is nothing but, dear students, power dissipated across resistor is given by V square by R. So because we are supposed to find the power across 6 ohm resistor, it is power, here voltage is V1 minus V2 and resistance is 6 ohm. So look at dear students, how do I write this? Power across 6 ohm resistor is V1 minus V2 voltage square divided by resistance is 6, and this is equal to, V1 is 181.46 minus V2 is 124.39, square it divided by 6. Let me calculate. Okay. So it is, if you see, V1 is 181.46 minus V2 is 124.39. say equals this, square divided by 6 is equal to, it is P6 ohm is equal to 542.83 watts. This is the power dissipated or power absorbed by 6 ohm resistor. Hope this is clear to all of you, dear students. It's a very simple thing what we have done here. So I assumed first we found a number of nodes, later some unknown node voltages, and say some of the node voltages can be directly found. Like say for example, even if you consider this as a N1, say and voltage here is V1, you can directly find V1 is equal to 240 volts. Like the here we have found V3 is equal to 60 volts. Okay, so instead of that, what I did is I considered N1 here because the voltage at this point are directly known to me, that is 240 volts. Otherwise also you can consider N1 here, N2 here, N3 here, N4 here and N5, where V1 will be directly equal to 240, V3 will be V4 will be directly equal to say 60 volts. Okay, so still you will arrive at the same solution. There is no problem with that. Okay, so I hope this is clear to all of you. If you have any doubts or difficulties, you can ask me.